Allah said, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا. Allah said, I promise. Allah doesn't need to make promises. But look at the language He uses for His slaves. How ungrateful are we? Allah has to say, I promise. Allah said, وَعَدَ اللَّهُ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنْكُمْ. Allah said, I promise those who believe from amongst you, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and those who do righteous deeds. What's the promise? لَا يَسْتَخْلِفَنَّهُمْ فِي الْأَرْضِ كَمَا اسْتَخْلَفَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Allah said, I'm going to give you Khilaafah on the earth. I'm going to make you strong on the earth. I'm going to make you strong, grounded on the earth. You're going to have authority again. Your heritage will return. How? كَمَا اسْتَخْلَفَ الَّذِينَ مِنْ قَبْلِهِمْ. Just like I did for those before you. The Sahaba before us, did Allah not give it to them? But there's a condition. The condition is not to get involved in politics. It's not to start protesting, running the streets and start free mixing and protesting and chanting and screaming. The condition is not to unite with the people of innovation thinking that's going to bring your Khilaafah back. The condition, very low, this is a nas. Do you guys know what nas means? When you say nas in usul al-fiqh, it means this is an ayah that's clear. It doesn't carry no other interpretation. You cannot, it is not permissible for you to argue with this ayah. Every person who disagrees with this ayah should be the answer. I says, you want that khilafah, you want that strength and that authority, yeah? Allah says, يَعْبُدُونَنِي. Worship me alone. وَلَا يُشْرِكُونَ بِي شَيْئًا. And do not associate any partners in worship with me. The reason I mention this ayah to you, my brothers and sisters, is to show you that through you worshipping Allah and coming with Tawheed, Allah will not just provide you rizq in your life. Allah will bring Khilaafah back. Allah will bring the honor of the Muslims back. Allah will bring the honor of the Muslims back. All of these problems we see around the world, our brothers and sisters suffering in Somalia, suffering in Palestine, in Sham, Kashmir, suffering everywhere. There's not a single country except that the Muslims are suffering. Only a handful you can say the Muslims are not suffering in them. And bear in mind, those countries are countries that don't have no graves in them. Like Saudi Arabia. There's people think, I'm on some Saudi payroll. Wallahi, I'm not from Saudi Arabia, I'm from Pakistan. I don't even eat Arab food, I eat curry. I'm Pakistani to my bones, yeah? But the haqq is the haqq. Saudi Arabia is the one country you can say, alhamdulillah, no matter what you might say about them. We're not saying it's perfect, not saying that. But one thing that you cannot say about Saudi Arabia is that, alhamdulillah, people are generally provided for. They don't have threat of security. They don't have threat of safety. You know, they don't have any country that's looking to invade them anytime soon. They don't have none of those issues. Ask yourself also, that's the only country, that's the only, not the only, but that and a handful of other countries in which you will not find a single grave being worshipped. That's one of the only countries. Otherwise, all the other countries, generally speaking, except literally, how sad is that? From the Muslim world, only 3 or 4 countries don't have graves. Otherwise, the rest of them all have graves being worshipped. Now imagine if you come with that worship properly, the way it should be, and that Tawheed, and that Sunnah, as it should be. Forget rizq in your life. Allah will provide for the entire Muslim nation once again. Again, to show you that that is a task that is upon Allah to do. Allah will provide, Allah will give victory. Me and you, our job is what? Tawheed and Sunnah. Following the Sunnah and worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a way that He deserves to be worshipped. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.